Hello everyone, Felix here. As you can tell from my hold on, let me come over here and take my hat with me. I'm not quite doing my best right now. I'm yeah, I'm a bit, how do I put it? Today was not fun. As much as the background music might belie. But yeah, I have I have not been today has not been fun so far. Hold on. Let me pull up chat and do all that. My spirits have been I guess significantly diminished. I was excited to do this a lot earlier, but um how do I say this? It's it's um it's not I'm not having fun at the moment. I'm not having fun at the moment. Oh, hi Kilroy. Let's go. Hey bro. Damn, you sound dead as hell. Oh jeez. Hold on. There's something going on downstairs. I might Oh jeez. That was something I'd well, he sounds deader than the Zed I'm killing in RE6. They're called zombies, man. You don't have to call them Zed. We're not in the UK. I know that Canada was part of the British Empire, but you're from the French part. You can say Z. You're from the French part of Canada. You can say Z. You can say the word Z. The letter Z. Or zombies. But yeah, you sound dead as hell. Yeah, it's um remember I can say whatever the fuck I want. Sure about that. Well, remember what happened? Well, you know how if you were here for last stream, you'll be aware that I said more than any material possession, what I wanted for Christmas was at least a little victory. I didn't want to celebrate like I love celebrating the holiday for the sake of it. I have faith in that regard. I have like I'm like being around family and all, which is nice. But I want a victory by the year's end. I want a small victory at least, something to celebrate Christmas about. I have a reason to have fun. I have a reason to eat, drink, and be merry and celebrate. And I guess that's not coming today. Um, I said last time that I was applying for trying to reapply for a college, reapply for college online school at least, so I can like have something to do to stop being a NEET. Well, I'm past the deadline, and Santa ain't coming. Like Santa can do a lot of things, but he ain't coming with me for a like an extension to the deadline of an online college that I might not be mentally prepared yet to take part in. Um, so that's I missed that deadline by maybe a mile, at like no more than a mile, no less than a mile. It was supposed to be earlier this month, and I was still working on it. But yeah, it's well, my only choice really is to go into summer school. Is go into summer school. Hopefully, like yeah, it hope is to go into summer school and do all that. It's not something I like doing. I'm not fond of summer classes. I'm not fond of that kind of thing. But I'm gonna like if I don't bite the bullet now, I'm gonna have to bite the bullet later, which is not gonna be a fun prospect. And I just like get like it's something that I rapidly need to get myself back up to speed with. I guess with my habits right now, I had a very rough night last night. Very rough night. Slept until the afternoon, and it was all spotty anyway. So I didn't have a good morning. At least I did some errands. I got one errand complete. Um, and I guess the others. Yeah, what happened? That's what happened. I I got like retool mentally because it was whether it be via Menhera, just like my own mental illness that I've been struggling through. That's even affected some of these streams. I've been well. I have you guys at least to vent to because there's really no one else I can do this to without it being really annoying. But yeah, that's. I feel like every like this rant should have been for Monday because I was playing Valhalla then, and I could just vent that way. That way, vent to Jill, vent to all the other people. But it's just you. But it's just y'all. So that's I have to contend with that. Other stuff was well, in getting lunch, in getting my lunch, which is why part of why I was so late. Coming home. I got caught in rush hour. Held up a line. Road raged a little bit because I knew I was gonna be late. Then I had to wait a bit. I'm currently stuck in my was Resident Evil 6 hated or is Twitter having another stroke era? Um. But yeah, in terms of sheer rage, in terms of sheer rage. I did road rage a little bit, honked the horn a little bit too much, went home, ate, discovered there were onions. I don't like, I like the flavor. I love the flavor of onions, but I despise the texture, just like I do with pickles and tomatoes. And they'd put a whole lot of onions on the burger, so I had to remove that. And guess what? People came home, and I have to keep my voice down because of the because and I'm hoping that their conversations and that their TV doesn't get picked up on the mic. So that's fun. Mushroom. Yeah, I do like mushrooms though. The unfortunate part is like I would have ordered mushrooms with my burger, but the place that I got it from doesn't offer it anymore, which I think like they have seasonal offerings. I think like see like seasonal offerings make sense, but I think just striking a fan favorite menu option from your menu, like why would you do that, man? Like people build up a routine going to your place. Well, like why are you killing your own profits by doing that? I'm checking the 4 legendary movies, and I'm surprised there are no Die Hard or Taxi 3. So, well, first off, like directed at you, Kilroy. I guess more positive news is that whenever you have free time, I would like to discuss like stuff like Bond because I would love to have you on for a Bond related collab because there's so much I want to talk about from First Light to the new movie under Denis Villeneuve and the just like my general thoughts. Like I would love to have you on at some point. Yeah, yo, I would like whenever you're James Bond. Yeah, whenever you're free, I would love to have you on because a lot of my autism is going towards that at the moment. Let's go. Yeah, I would love to. I would love to. Speaking of that, I guess since it's technically a Christmas movie, on Your Majesty's Secret Service, it's not on here. It's not on here. It's all like they're all like deliberate Christmas movies, but like hold on. I'm gonna pull this up. I'm gonna pull this up on because for those who don't know, for those who don't know, there are a I think yeah. If you watch Calvin Dyson, there's this British guy who does a lot of Bond stuff. He has his own video on like which Bond films take place around Christmas time. This is one of them. Is it a good Bond movie? I think it has a lot of value. It's like but is it rewatchable? No, because this is a far like. Especially for the 60s when it was all upbeat and it was coming right after the Sean Connery Bonds. This is under George Lazenby, which he did. This is his only ever Bond. He reprised the role in cameo roles, but this is his only ever official Bond movie. This is I'm free right now. Yeah, it's the George Lazenby James Bond movie. I was thinking like you know, like Kilroy. We got a plan for something like something in January, that we could go on and like do a full on rant. But this one, but yeah, for on topic on Her Majesty's Secret Service, it's a like there's a lot about this movie to love. The cinematography, I think, for a Bond film, and the cinematography and score for a Bond film is excellent. Star-studded cast. Lazenby is complicated because is he my favorite Bond? No. In fact, I think he might actually like I have some negative opinions about Craig. I do like a lot of Craig films because that was my Bond era, but there are things Craig does better than Lazenby. Lazen and but yeah, On Her Majesty's Secret Service. This is like famously this is the Christmas like this was the all the other ones take place around summer. They feel like summer. A lot of them take place in tropical locations, but this was a change because this is primarily set in like Italy and Switzerland, and that is and it explicitly takes place around Christmas. Like the final battles and stuff take place around Christmas celebrations and stuff like that. Oh, hold on, is that an ad? Oh, okay. No, that's just I was like sifting through a lot of like Christmas music slop, like the slop playlists, the AI generated playlists. I was looking for instrumentals, but apparently, I'll lower that volume a little bit. But yeah, is this a good Christmas movie? It's a good Bond movie. It's not a rewatchable one because it's a dark and depressing one. I like the movie, but it's not a good Christmas movie. It's not uplifting. It's not very uplifting. The other one that comes to my mind is what is it? What is it? Not a fan of Craig's Bond at all. I liked Skyfall. I liked Casino Royale, even if I think Casino Royale is in the same mold as On Her Majesty's Secret Service and is like it's not if since it doesn't follow the formula, it's not very rewatchable in the sense that it's like a lot more depressing than a typical Bond movie. Skyfall is dark, but I consider it like an uplifting ending. Um um No Time to Die is unwatchable despite me considering like there's a lot of salvageable moments from No Time to Die. But one, it's not one. It's like it's one of the like the ending is basically the worst in the entire series, and two, it is like it's not a Christmas movie, so I won't talk further about that. The other one about this is what is it? The world is not the world is not enough. This is technically another Christmas Bond movie, but there's no Christmas focus. There's no Christmas focus. It's only like at the end where it's they celebrate the new year and like then have sex with Istanbul and they're talking about sex. But yeah, this is it does take place around that time, but it's not very Christmas themed. So those are my thoughts on that. Is it like are they good movies? Yes, but are they good Christmas movies? Not necessarily. But um and the I like Quantum unironically despite being the least liked of the Bond era. Uh like Quantum is next to No Time to Die for like No Time to Die. Some scenes are really well shot. Quantum isn't because Quantum isn't because it had that like early 2000s movie like shaky cam born movie slop. Denise Richards, baby. Yes, Brosnan Bond. Yeah, the intro was really good. There are the tropes, but it's meh. Skyfall is not a James Bond movie in my book. To me it's Craig's best. To me, it's probably one of Craig's better ones. But you know, it's enough about that. You mentioned Die Hard earlier, and actually, instead of that, you're gonna say, Felix, why aren't you talking about the Fallout show? Well, Here's the thing. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about bad things. I already have enough of a bad day, and this is about Christmas movies. So this isn't so like New Vegas might be Christmas because it takes place around autumn, but it's and Mr. New Vegas makes references to Christmas albums, but it is not Christmas related. And two, it's fall the Fallout show is not good, so I don't want to think about it. But you know who is in it, and that's Macaulay Culkin. And you know who I'm gonna mention about Macaulay Culkin is, well, when he was a kid, he did Home Alone. Oh, I'm not doing that. Where is that? Yeah, it's a 100 Die Hard. But yeah, where's hold on. I might as well throw up the Wikipedia page at least. Oh, oh geez, there's a Home Alone 4? Well, I don't know, man. Wanted to like sorry for the lyrics are a bit loud. I'm probably gonna get I'm not gonna loop this one. Oh, hold on. Never mind. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I had to like I didn't want that to be too distracting. They're good songs, but I'm not gonna like it's not suitable for a BGM. But yeah, Home Alone. Home genuine like this is Home Alone, A Christmas Story, Home Invasion. You need no time that I had one good scenes. Ana de Armas scenes. Ana de Armas scenes were great. Um, when I hear the music, oh well, I hear it pretty loudly on my end. Hold on. Well, well, there's the BGM back. There's the BGM back. Um, but yeah, this like Home Alone, you watch it as a kid and it's like, oh, it's about like another kid, just like you watch it as a kid and you're like, oh, it's just like you. It's a kid who's home alone and he's making mischief and doing shit like that. This is like unironically, like like even from an adult perspective, I think it's more than just the old man plot. It's just the like from a thematic and analytical from a thematic and analytical standpoint, Home Alone is genuinely a very good Christmas movie. Like, yeah, there's the it's Chris Columbus, um, suburban Chicago home from Paris. Like, the premise is absurd. It's become iconic in it of itself. Like all the comedy action scenes, but it's like and like there's my comparisons is between this and Die Hard. And you can notice there are some like it's more than just a haha. It's about like it's just one guy who's standing alone against all these bad guys. Besides that, it's genuinely like it is based on it. Like they do share a lot of similar themes. There's the but instead talking about Home Alone specifically, yes, a lot of the more adult, I guess, more adult or more mature themes are carried by the old man. Like the old man, what's his name? Old man. Yeah, the old man Marley. Marley. We don't hear the music. Well, the music is louder now. Marley really does like the. It's I guess derived from this. Like besides all like the shenanigans about him like learning to fend for himself and like him having to grow up faster by like having to provide for himself. Does it does like it both teaches kids like you have to be responsible, and as an adult, it's like it's I guess nostalgic in the way that you never thought you'd have to do these things, but here you are doing them as an adult. And besides that, it is like I know it's literally the title Home Alone. The isolation that Kevin experiences throughout the like that throughout the film. It's like it is about isolation, learning self sufficiency, learning self depend like granting himself a level of independence and learning how to fend for himself. The level of isolation that you do really feel like if you put himself in like even as like someone older or at least a young adult, you can still put yourself in his shoes and as someone stepping out into the world not really knowing what exactly to do, not exactly how to handle things or approach things, not knowing how to handle things, how to approach things. Everything is done via trial and error. Everything is done via trial and error for him. He has scrapes with the law and all that. I one of like I guess the more underrated moments is him like talking to a mall Santa, and instead of like the mall Santa's like being portrayed as all this like unscrupulous like guy smoking and like he has a lemon car and he's like he has his beard off, but I like the fun part of like despite him being like all this like this rough guy who's just doing it for a job, like being a mall Santa for a job, he is genuinely like the mall Santa here is well meaning. He doesn't cuss out Kevin or whatever. Feels genuinely bad because he mistakenly believes him to be an orphan. And like he tries his best. And it's most of this movie like besides the wet bandits, most of this movie is about people despite the odds trying their best. They're trying their best, making the most of what little they have. And I think that is like even like that is something genuinely something to aspire to. Marley and the scenes and like I said about going back to the scenes between him and Marley, especially in the church when they're listening to the Christmas carols, and it's like you almost think like Kevin's being rude, because he's being so extremely blunt in his way of speaking to Marley. Like once he gets over his fear, he's speaking bluntly. Why don't you go talk to your son? Because Marley is estranged from his son. He hasn't like he's on bad terms with his son. And he hasn't talked to him in years, and like I said, like both of them, Marley and Kevin, they are isolated. They're isolation in a time and like being forced to fend for oneself in a time when families should be rallying together, but they themselves stand alone. They're the only ones they have, and having them make their peace, having them make their peace, and like after that, like after he gets over his fear, and like he speaks so bluntly, why don't you go talk to your son, and like without any real concern for how the old man might feel. But I guess that's the point. Marley's depressed. He is sad. He has the grace to not be mad at a literal child for like not telling him to not be like, to not, because he doesn't understand the complexities of of family trouble, especially at that age. But it's his bluntness that really reinforces the innocence and the whole idea of the troubles of adulthood can sometimes be cut through by looking at things through the innocence of a child, which is an interesting take. And that plus this is all I think the music is a bit too loud. Music is a bit too loud. At least it's a bit annoying on my end. But yeah, this is unironically, and yes, Home Alone 2, there's the Trump cameo. It's funny, and it is funny because of modern political topics. But Home Alone 2 is genuinely a good movie itself on its own. Like, yes, it's a rehashing of all the themes from the first one. It is basically a rehash of the themes for his first one, but it's like, from a meta perspective, it's funny because one of the plot points is him getting on the wrong flight to New York, while the rest of the family goes to Florida, and Florida Christmas, and like he hates the idea of and Kevin hates the idea of a Florida Christmas, but you know. But Home Alone 2, it generally does stand on its own. It does stand on its own. As new like when I went to New York and I saw the depiction of New York here, even throughout like all the years between like 1990 and 1992 and whenever I went to New York really hasn't changed. It's all grungy and dirty and dystopian and full of ugly people, except for my boy up there, my one of my boys here is from New York, so he's the exception. But Home Alone 2, like another Christmas in the trenches is an unironically really hard line. He's doing it like he's not even in the first one he had a reason to like tear down his home and like basically turn it into a fortress. In the second one, when he's protecting the toy shop and protecting the charity in the toy shop, he's doing it for the love of the game. Like, yeah, he's doing it for the charity. There's the whole accusations of like Kevin is a psychopath or a sadist for like taking pleasure in torturing people. I don't see it that way. It's funny to look at it that way, and it's funny to look at it as a horror movie, but as from his perspective, is this not what we imagine ourselves doing at that age? This is like that was our idea of adventure. Was this not our idea of adventure at that age? Like, yes, there's danger. Yes, there's actual threat of death or harm, but like you're still coming out on top and winning something. And he's doing it for like he. This is an adventure that he's doing it for the love of the game, and I do like that. Florida Christmas is huge in Quebec, way less than his Trump made a State of Canada speech. But yeah, sorry, I have to. I do have to. Okay, okay, that's gone. But yeah, the McAllister family junior school older brother buzz humility in front of the audience. Yeah, like it is again a rehash of the major themes of the original, but it's still it's still the same thing. The first one is still a better film, and it demonstrates the themes better. But you know, it's what it is. It's what it is. I like the themes. I like the I'm not gonna rate any. I'm just looking at this as a list for the stuff that I've seen. Um, actually, and speaking of Home Alone, and the thumbnail, Die Hard. Die Hard was. I don't know why I invested like a lot, like from like 2015 to like 2017. This was a I don't like yeah from middle school of all places, but I was like really getting into older 80s films, 80s action movies that I was too young to be seeing. This was one of them. Oh, there's another. Oh, there we go. There we go. Anyways, yeah, but Die Hard, like the role of McClane was turned down by the host of the decade's most popular actors, including Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone. Mainly for work on television, Willis was paid $5 million for his involvement. Yeah, but this is I guess it's a bit embarrassing to say. Die Hard was a major part of my personality for a while. Like this plus Rush Hour. Rush Hour isn't a Christmas movie, but this is this is a like is it a Christmas movie? Yes. Moving on. That's not like we're going to we're going to we're going to do that. But we're just gonna regard it as a Christmas movie and nothing else. That's what it is. Should it like I get it was released it was released in July, but that doesn't change that it should be maybe like okay, yeah, I get it. Christmas in July, whatever. This is a Christmas movie. That's it. Like there's no need to further discuss. Die Hard 1 in this realm of me gushing about like Mission Impossible and and Bond movies and all that. As a standalone, or like even as a series, even if it isn't about like spy action or whatever, Die Hard is one of the like probably one of the greatest like greatest action movies ever filmed unironically. Was it like is it does it have its flaws? Yes. Are there some pretty glaring like one of the things that bothers me a lot is that there are like really clear continuity errors. There are really clear continuity errors on there are really glaring continuity errors, like when he says like "Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker," and he goes into the room. The room is just like it is a literal green screen room that like they couldn't build the rest of the set. They couldn't build the rest of the set, so they just left that room unfinished. And he just walks in. I think they were gonna like green screen something. Did they have green screen technology back then? Maybe they did. Yeah, I think they did. But like they were gonna blue screen, like they had a blue or green screen behind it that that they forgot to fill in the later cut. But Die Hard, and looking at it now, I'm a big Half-Life fan. Half-Life did take a lot from Die Hard. Yeah, there's a share of references to Die Hard within Half-Life 1 specifically, when the HEC are hunting you, and we've got hostiles, and I think Office Complex as well was inspired by Die Hard. I know that like everyone cites Aliens as being one of the main inspirations. Aliens and some Stephen King novel for the inspiration for Half-Life. Die Hard doesn't get as much credit as it should when inspiring that side of Half-Life. Um, the French Canadian name of that movie is probably the coolest name of a movie I've ever heard. Due to our French laws, movies must be renamed and redubbed in French. However, the name Die Hard doesn't work in French, so they've named it Piège de Cristal, the Crystal Trap. Oh, because it's the glass skyscraper. But yeah, there's a lot of the similarities between this and Home Alone. A lot, like they do share the same themes. It is about a one man alone against the world, having to rely purely on ingenuity. And while like McClane is a big and tough guy, like like they said, a main point of this movie is that he couldn't just storm through all the terrorists. He had to use subterfuge. He had to outplay them. He couldn't just storm through them with nothing but muscle. He had to outmaneuver them. He had to outplay them. He had to like he's oh, excuse me. Like he is outgunned, he is outmanned, he is like the world is against him, and he has to outmaneuver his way all the way up and down all the way up and down Nakatomi Plaza. I've heard this be described as a Hallmark movie. I'm not going to review any Hallmark movies. I'm not a woman. I might be a little fruity, but I'm not a woman. I don't care for that shit. But Die Hard, like that, having to maneuver, like I could quote this movie word for word. You could give me a scene. You could give me a scene, and I could quote it. Could I do? Could I do the Could I do the voices correctly? Not really, but I know it's scene by scene because I've watched this too many times. This was my personality for a while, and it's also part of part of the reason why Ode to Joy is partially stuck in my head. It's like it's either the Metal Gear theme or Ode to Joy or Beethoven's Ninth Symphony that's stuck in my head because of this movie. But yeah, all this what can I say? Let's read the thematic analysis. Die Hard has been described by critics such as Richard Brody and Chris Howlett as a story about obtaining redemption through violence. McClane comes to Los Angeles to save his marriage, but makes the same mistakes that drove Holly away. Brody and Hewitt suggest that only it is after McClane defeats a terrorist through violence that their marriage is seemingly reconciled. Similarly, Powell is haunted after accidentally shooting a child and finds redemption by drawing his gun to shoot Carl. Several male characters are driven by rage or ego suffer for it. For England FBI agents, Carl Ellis and McClane, who nearly loses Holly by showing off after shooting Gruber. Roger Ebert notes that the more even-tempered characters, often African American, fare better. McClane identifies himself as a Catholic, a religion requiring penance to earn redemption. Brody said that McClane endures physical punishment, like including his feet being cut by glass shards to create bloody stigmata. In making the sacrifices, he salvages his family. In this case, McClane can be seen as a modern working class Christ-like figure. I wouldn't go so far to say that, but this is also interesting. Alexander Boone compares McClane violently reclaiming his wife to the Greek figure Odysseus, slaughtering his wife's suitors. McClane is rewarded for his masculinity despite demonstrating negative male traits. While, like, yeah, it is a manly thing, it is a masculine thing, but like I said, it isn't merely the act of being macho, and like, because you have to be macho to survive something like that. He is emotionally vulnerable. Like, McClane cries multiple times throughout Die Hard, like, because he cusses, he cries. He's a deeply imperfect protagonist. He he cries, he bleeds, he suffers, and he says his last wishes to someone he believes is he's like he feel like, unlike all these other action heroes of the time, like, and not to disparage like characters like John Matrix or John Rambo or whatever, but like McClane's genuine fear of death, it keeps the tension and the suspense really high. It's always been said, like McClane's genuine fear of his own death and full awareness of his own mortality throughout the movie really helps to reinforce how human of a protagonist he is. And it really leans into the everyman caught into it. I think besides that, I also cite Die Hard for the reason why I like Metal Gear Solid 2. Because John McClane, they couldn't be further apart in appearance. Like, McClane's this gruff tough guy, and Raiden's a twink. But unironically, John McClane and Raiden in MGS2, which is why, and yes, I do prefer human Raiden in MGS2, regular Super Soldier Raiden versus Cyborg Super Soldier Raiden in MGS4 and Metal Gear Rising, because regular soldier, regular so-called super soldier, because he's constantly making mistakes, Raiden. I think, yeah, because both Die Hard and Metal Gear Solid 2 were partially inspired by A Midsummer Night's Dream, I think, because it all takes place over the course of one night. It all takes place over the course of one night. It's a couple hours. It happens in real time. Both Raiden and McClane, they have the skills. They have the speed, surprise, violence of action. They're all good at that, but they're still a few skills short, missing. They're at wit's end. They're very emotionally vulnerable, and they are actively they're actively losing their minds throughout the course of the story. It's taking a visible mental toll on them as they suffer through the events that they go through. That's why they're competent. They're competent. They've got the skills to survive, but just barely. They are barely clinging on to that razor's edge of life, because they are woefully and completely unequipped to deal with anything else that isn't just running away and shooting, and that isn't just shooting and running away. They're completely unqualified to do anything else. And it's only because and there are similarities, the Navy SEAL team appearing in Metal Gear Solid 2, the same, to rescue the president, the same way that the SWAT unit, that the LAPD SWAT in Die Hard tries to show up to rescue the hostages, and they all get massacred. And it's up to Ryden and McLean to clean up after them and say and salvage what's left of the operation. That's like there are like one has to wonder if if GW in MGS2 saw Die Hard and like tried to incorporate as many elements of that into its own what is it? It's into its own element. But okay, okay. But yeah, going back to that, Die Hard. Yeah, retrospective commentator. Yeah, Die Hard has been critically reevaluated. It is now considered one of the greatest action films of all time. It is considered to have revitalized the action genre, largely due to its depiction of McClane as a vulnerable and fallible protagonist, in contrast to the muscle-bound, invincible heroes of other films of the period. Retrospective commentators also identified and analyzed its themes of vengeance, masculinity, gender roles, and American anxieties over foreign influences. Due to its Christmas setting, yeah, we know it's a we know it's a we know it's a Christmas movie. Thematic analysis. Um. Okay, going back to this, Alexander Boone compares White McLean. Jeffrey Brown believed McLean's undershirt and okay, Rambo. Powell and Argyle are not McLean's physical equals, but they prioritize relationships, and when called on to act, they succeed. They succeed. McLean possesses an imposing physicality, but is clumsy and reliant on improvisation, and succeeds only because of the relationships with his allies. It is McLean's and Powell's relationship that is particularly instrumental to McLean's success. The pair share a non-romantic intimacy that enables McLean to confess his feelings as a husband in a way he did not with Holly, allowing McLean to grow as a person. Yeah, it is about like it's about support. It is they are a really good between McLean and Powell is a really excellent depiction of what a genuine male friendship looks like, and you're there for the other through thick and thin and all that. Gruber fails because he is isolated, self-interested, and sacrifices his own team for his own survival. Peter Partial observed that McLean and Gruber are reflections of each other. Brody contrasts McLean, an all-American stereotype compared to Western cowboy stars like Roy Rogers, John Wayne, and Gary Cooper, to Gruber, a classically educated European villain who refers to America as a bankrupt culture. Elizabeth Bell that wrote that when compared to the superheroes of the previous decade in films such as Superman and Raiders of the Lost Ark, Indiana Jones isn't a superhero, but I guess whatever. McLean is portrayed as physically but realistically masculine, conveying the idea of a real man who possesses independent, intrinsic strength. According to Justin Chang and Mark Olson, this can be seen as a response to Reaganism, the political positions of Ronald Reagan, promoting values of the American dream, self-reliance, initiative, and technological advancement. Ultimately confirmed to serve as the reluctant hero. Well, yeah, because he is anti-bureaucracy, anti-corporation, mainly German, not an allegory of the Vietnam War. Whatever. Okay, that's all. Anyways, that's Die Hard. Let's look at it. I guess as a as another. You know what? I'm just gonna fire it up. Yeah, Lethal Weapon. Do I watch this as often? Do I consider I remember a lot of people considering this the better action Christmas movie because of because it's because of the different because of the different setting. Shane Black, Joel Silver, and helped redefine the buddy cop genre. But yeah, Lethal Weapon. Do I associate it as much with Christmas? I know it's a Christmas movie, but I wouldn't consider it as much of one. March 6th, 1987. But yeah, it is yeah, it is it is a it is a Chris is it a Christmas movie? Yeah, I guess it is a stretch. Die Hard is more of a Christmas film than Lethal Weapon. Do I love Lethal Weapon? Yes, I think it's genuinely like next to Rush. Like I loved Rush Hour. Next to Rush Hour, genuinely one of the best buddy cop movies out there. Like they built the buddy cop genre. I don't know I don't know much other buddy cop films besides this. I guess I guess hard boiled technically, but um but yeah mm, but yeah Lethal Weapon. Do I think it's a Richard Donner is one of those directors where it's like I guess kind of like James Cameron or Hayao Miyazaki or Paul Verhoeven. Like he's a bit of a dick. Like he's a bit of a dick, but he makes great movies. But like in that sense, and I think this like it's like the leap from him direct from Richard Donner directing Superman to directing Lethal Weapon, two extremely like absurdly different movies. Like it's done really well. I think they're like two and three do stuff better, but the like this is mostly protected, but like the cinematography is great. I like the soundtrack is excellent, and the acting put on by Glover and Gibson are particular. Like they do make a very they have a lot of strength to them. They have a lot of strength to it. Hold on. Anything? Hold on. Let me check. Mm, and then going back to Die Hard. Die Hard two. Die Hard two. Rennie Harlan. It's not by McTiernan, but like this is like Die Hard 2 is like it is a genuinely good another genuinely good movie. Hold on, not hold on. That this is an odd thing to like suddenly attempt to like search up. I was wondering about how like of the post 9/11 analysis of Die Hard 2, Die Harder of Die Hard 2. I was wondering how it affected it because it did predict a lot of there are a lot of themes that would become painfully relevant in the coming decade. But yeah, Die Hard 2 Die Hard 2 is it a good movie? It is a good watch, and it is also equally a very like it is another good Christmas movie. Is it as good as the first one? Does it reflect the themes as much as the first one? No, but it's still an excellent watch regardless. Anyways, going on to the list. Going on to the list. Um Home Sweet Home Alone. I'm not watching that. I'm not watching a Seth Rogen movie. Black Christmas. I haven't watched Scrooged. I haven't watched. I have watched like uh, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Mm, how the. I mean, like you watch it as a kid. Is it still relevant? Yeah, a lot of like a lot of companies are still a lot of companies are still using it as part of marketing. Was it good for its time? Yeah, I think Dr. Seuss has made his mark on has effectively made his mark on Christmas American culture. Violet Night, I've seen bits of it. I haven't seen all of it. Isn't my quite like I know it's like it's the whole trend of like violent Christmas movies, which is a take, which is a certain kind of take. Is it quite my thing, at least from an aesthetic point of view and like a characterization element point of view? Not necessarily, but yeah, I don't know. Klaus, I've heard good things about it, but I haven't seen it. Is that a Hallmark? Probably is. Um, Actually, like a lot of these I haven't seen. Actually, the preacher's wife. I know this. Hold on, the preacher's wife. This one, the interesting element is that this is yeah, it's an African American take on the on a remake of the bishop's wife, which I guess interestingly enough, this is the Christmas romantic fantasy. It does have its point. It does have its but named Dudley who reveals his heavenly identity only to the clergyman. And the bishop's wife. I guess this is an interesting perspective because I guess from a religious standpoint, I guess from the religion I partake in and am familiar with, bishops don't have wives. But this is but I guess it's a different sect. This is Anglicanism, but yeah, the bishop's wife I'm not the keenest, especially when there are other like what I consider better Christmas movies, but what I do consider better Christmas movies, but it does have its mark. It is a bit perhaps because this came directly after the Second World War. So this was made in 1947. It's in black and white. And even then the camera quality wasn't strong enough that the camera quality wasn't strong and film quality wasn't strong enough or preserved well enough that because it has an oddly somber tone. It has a very oddly somber tone aesthetically, but I do appreciate it for doing what it does. Feature the as the preacher's wife, the bishop's wife, about an angel that comes down to earth to aid the bishop and meets the wife and falls in love with the wife. But yeah, but yeah, dictates to a typewriter. Special powers as an angel. There's all it is a Christmas movie. I'm not sure how to commentate on it other than I've always felt it was oddly cold, but I think it has an excellent script. David Niven and Cary Grant do legendary actors of their time. Cary Grant, if you've seen him in North by Northwest or any a lot of other movies, I think Roman Holiday, then you'll know he's an absolutely excellent actor. David Niven, I've seen him in other things, but I know he was in this one. I don't associate him particularly strongly with this movie, but I don't associate it particularly strongly with this movie, but I know he's a great actor in his own right, and they do good jobs. This was from the era that film really was movies were treated as an extension of plays, and it really shows, and it really does show that of that it has that old sorry, I'm stuttering. It has that old Hollywood feel about it that really even if sometimes I don't think even if I think the mood wise aesthetically it is a bit low. This is a particularly for its time great, pretty good movie. I don't have much complaints about it besides it being and even while I do think that the somber aesthetic because you can't see it with with this is black and white. This was in black and white. This was never colorized, and as such, everything is in this monochromatic gray that really, in this intense monochromatic foggy gray that does diminish it slightly, the mood and tone slightly. If it was colorized, it might have made its point better. But might have made its point better if it was colorized. but I do think with what it have, like as an example of old Hollywood, it definitely does work. And speaking of that, um 1946. This was I have made a meme about this movie before. Fantasy drama. It's a Wonderful Life. Why do I put them together? The Bishop's Wife and It's a Bishop's Wife and It's a Wonderful Life both feature elements of like guardian angels and the supernatural, and and I do genuinely think like a lot of the influences, like it's a bit weird to be like talking about out of character about the character of Felix, which is me, but at least lore wise, the way that they treat angels, I would this is how us cupids are. This is how us cupids are. Their depictions of angels are closer to us cupids, and it is from inspirations like these that we take inspirations onto ourselves. But yeah, this is loosely based on the 1843 Charles Dickens novella A Christmas Carol, The Greatest Gift. That I knew it was partially based off A Christmas Carol, but The Greatest Gift I was not familiar with. But this, on it like unironic, maybe it's because of influence from my dad, because he puts this on every year on Christmas. Um, oh, my bad. There's another. Okay, there we go. But yeah, a modern remake is in development at Paramount Pictures. Don't do that, man. Like, this like, in my opinion, I guess the differences between It's a Wonderful Life and The Bishop's Wife, despite being in black and white, It's a Wonderful Life has this warm energy about it. Maybe it's the actors, maybe it's the spectacular acting performance from James Stewart, but like maybe it's the filmography, because like despite because the major like because the scenes are brightly lit, like during nighttime scenes are brightly lit, which means from a cinematography wise it's going to appear like it has that energy. It has that particular energy about it where it's brightly lit, like there's enough lights on camera that despite it being in black and white it feels vibrant. And a lot of the scenes are set during the daytime, where it's all grayish, a lighter shade of gray than the darker tones, the darker hold on, let me show you film stills from each one, because I don't know if I'm allowed to play the Bishop's Wife, uh, Bishop's Wife film stills. Um, hold on. The Bishop's Wife film still, and film still. Because like stop. Comparing them, like you can see, it does like with the filmography, it does feel, these do feel almost a bit darker or more somber in tone. Again, as a result of it being black and white. As a result of it being in black and white, is that the Lincoln Memorial? But yeah, that's it is. It feels a bit somber. Everything is like it's poorly lit when it's indoors. It's not like it's got a darker tone about it. In this one, I think because there's more actors, there's more going on. There's more going on. There's some intense backlighting during the daytime scenes, and despite being black and white, it's filmed well during the daytime. The special effects, like for its time, the special effects for It's a Wonderful Life were spectacularly put together. They like, yeah, I get it, it's a bigger budget. It was probably a bigger budget production. They got more people, and like it feels like it's a Wonderful Life. If it was colorized, it would add to it. It would definitely add to it if they ran it through Technicolor. Hold on, colorized. Yeah, it does add to it. It does genuinely add to it a lot, but not much changes aesthetically. Not much of it changes aesthetically. The Bishop's wife colorized. Meanwhile, hold on. Um, yeah, the aesthetic. Well, yeah, this one still seems somber. Feel like in terms of cinematography compared to It's a Wonderful Life. I don't think it's been ever fully colorized. So it wouldn't entirely benefit from it. But the I do think like it's an interesting element, but I would consider it one of its weak points. As for more modern ones, um, Escape the Claw. Oh, I haven't seen any of the Santa Claus with Tim Allen movies. A Charlie Brown Christmas. You know what? I'm gonna unironically put this at S tier. Even as an adult seeing it, Peanuts has this time like Peanuts, and like maybe it's because I was raised on it. I was gifted like Peanuts comics as a kid because I was like a big fan of the characters when I was little. There is a timelessness about Peanuts that it carries itself with this certain whimsical element that it's able to convey, it's able to maintain innocence and maintain and comedic themes while genuinely being like introspective and wistful and like how what's the word, like besides introspective, it isn't afraid of trying to be deep. It isn't afraid of trying to be deep. um they talk about the meaning of Christmas and all that, and it is about their lives around then. It is it is genuinely like a comforting watch, and and despite literally just being like this 2D drawing animation about Peanuts characters, I think it allows itself to be a bit deeper. It allows itself to be a bit deeper. It's like this again, despite being crude animation, it is it is almost immersive. It is almost immersive in the way the characters are. But that's a lot of Snoopy or Peanuts or Charlie Brown movies, in my opinion. It is unironically very immersive. Um, hmm. The remake of Miracle on 34th, solid A. I think both the remake and the original handles both the remake and the original handles it very well. Um oh, my bad. Please don't. Um there we go. There we go. Like both of them, honestly, both the original and the remake of Miracle on 34th, handle the subject matter of each other so well that in my opinion, they're about the same. They're about the same. Hold on, if we can find it. Um what is that? Yeah, but Miracle on 34th, both of them I put as both as a solid A, because one is an extremely extremely hardcore faithful remake of the other. They just added some minor elements to keep it relevant, which for the 90s they didn't like this. Like, I guess the surprising thing is, despite the hold on, Miracle Miracle on 34th Street. On 34th Street. This was the short novelization. Novella 1994. Yeah, this one. Miracle on 34th in 1994, and the original, which was in also 1947, also in 1947. These are like they're all like, despite the cinematography being very different and like the technology of each era being very different, both of them, but like both of them feel inseparable. Hold on. Reception. Despite an unimpressive box office, curiously depressing. It will not be found on television, or it's um it, like 60%. Despite this, like, I don't know what they're looking for, because it's not depressing to me at all. Miracle on 34th, like both, like 90, like this is an excellent movie on its own. Very wholesome, feel good Christmas movie, and so is this one. It's consistent. It's a consistent remake, extremely faithful remake. So I don't know why they I said I wasn't I said I wasn't rating them, but here we are anyway. I haven't seen this. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that. I've only seen parts of Gremlins. I wouldn't consider it entirely a I haven't seen Preacher's Wife, but I haven't seen Bishop's Wife. I haven't seen this one. Not my thing. Whatever. I haven't seen Christmas Chronicles. I haven't seen this one. I haven't seen this one. I haven't seen Gremlins in full. I'm gonna put it at D for now. Rudolph and Frosty's. I haven't seen any of the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer animated like claymation movies. I haven't seen this one. I've never even heard of that one. Irving Berlin's Holiday Inn, to Grandmother's House We Go. I haven't seen that one. I've barely seen any of the Netflix stuff. Speaking of which, when it comes to the Netflix and Paramount, purchase that was happening then, I do feel like, yeah, I get it. Paramount produces a lot of slop from time to time. I would much prefer if Paramount acquired 20th Century than if Netflix did. And like, I know the 20th Century Fox executives are deliberately selling to Netflix, but it's like, oh man, they are directly selling to Netflix. They are directly selling to Netflix. I'm hoping that Paramount is able to block the sale somehow, or like do that hostile takeover and take it over, because like either way, a lot of 20th Century Fox productions are getting killed. They are getting shot down, but it's just how poorly things go. How poorly things will go if a major like, we already have enough trouble from Amazon in regards to them acquiring like Metro Goldwyn Mayer or MGM. I'd like Netflix acquiring 20th Century Fox it's nothing but trouble. And Netflix as a company, they aren't very ethical, and I like not a fan of them at all. So that's me. Jack Frost, haven't seen that. SpongeBob Christmas, haven't seen that. Is it a bit like, I guess, is it a bit I don't remember any Santa Buddies of the Buddies movies. I did see the Buddies movies, like the Dog Buddies movies, as a kid. I did see them as a kid. I can't remember if it was Santa Buddies, but it was Snow Buddies that I'd seen. I do remember Snow Buddies, but I haven't seen Santa Buddies. Escape the Claus. I haven't seen. I don't think I've seen any Tim Allen Christmas movies. Ernest Saves. I'm not. Never watched it. I hear a lot of interesting elements about the Rudolph animation movie. About I hear a lot about it. Because it's that big meme of how antiquated it was. Hold on. The movie. Hold on. The TV special. Yeah, this one. Hold on. Controversies and criticism. Island of Misfit Toys ending scene. Dolly for Sue. Why Dolly for Sue is a misfit toy. Copyright notice. Yeah, the Island of Misfit Toy. Stop motion Christmas animated television special. I don't like. I always thought this was a full release movie. This was in 1964. I thought I thought it was made in the Hadito stop motion. Oh, it was animated in Japan. But Rudolph the Red. Hold on. Yeah, the animation was done in Japan. The music was recorded in England. I thought this was I did not know this was animated in Japan. But Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, all this I genuinely thought this was from the 1950s or like early colorization 1950s. Controversies and criticisms. Um Residuals from the show, restored figures of Rudolph and Santa. There's a video game based on it. I haven't seen this, and I know Space King. I like I didn't th- like I didn't think I would like Space King. I like because I'm not like he says as he went on a major like war 40K. Well, I was like on I don't know why I'm talking about 40K. I want to like last night I fell asleep reading about the biography of Lehman Russ from 40K. So that's crazy. But I guess like I didn't expect to like Space King, but it is unironically funny. Like it is smile like I'm not a Smiling Friends fan, but I do think it was good. I hate Has Been Hotel with a deep passion. And I think Space King is the best one to like really overtake it or overthrow it in terms of in terms of cultural impact. But I know Rudolph the Red. Like going back to this movie was the big the Space King Kingsman special was parodying this. Like you could easily tell it was, but I having like being so unfamiliar with the original, it is funny in that way that like I could see the references, but I have never I've literally never seen this anywhere. Only like I haven't seen it on YouTube. I haven't seen it on TV. I haven't seen it like as part of a movie special. I have never seen a second of this. I only know this through meme clips. So that's yeah, Hermie and Rudolph and all that. But so that's funny. It's technically never watched it, but it's still fun. Arthur Christmas. I've heard of the name before. I know it was big as an animated movie, but I wasn't Dudley Moore Santa Claus the movie. I haven't seen that. I can't even read the title of that one. Um, Four Christmases. You know what? I'm putting it at a D as well. I have seen the opening part of Four Christmases, but it's not my kind of movie. It's not my kind of movie. I haven't seen that. Um, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen I like I have seen the I haven't I've only seen the opening section of Four Christmases. Is it my kind of movie? No, it's not really my thing. It's in that early 2000s semi-romantic slop element where it's between them and like hold on. You know what? I might as well. Four Christmases comedy in 2008 Reese Witherspoon. Um Humiliates Kate. Well, I guess the wholesome part is that they finally decided to marry, embrace honesty. It's isn't my kind I do like romances. This isn't my kind of romance movie. It's not my thing. Patrick Stewart's A Christmas Carol. I haven't seen it, but he's probably good in that. Haven't seen Bad Santa. Hold on, is that Kurt Russell? Santa Santa Claus in Christmas Chronicles. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen. I know. Of all things, like the file because I associate him with like well a lot of things, but I associate him with like a Solid Snake and Big Boss because it's Kurt Russell. He played Snake Plissken, but it is funny that he is playing Santa quite frequently in a lot of movies. I feel nowadays. Um um Hold on. What is no don't instru- instrumental? Okay. Anyways, list of productions of the Nutcracker and the Four Realms. Oh, so it's this one. Hold on. Mackenzie Foy, Kieran. Like I was wondering why her face is familiar. Oh, oh, that is that Morgan Freeman? I haven't seen. I like come to think of it, I've never seen the actual I've never seen the actual ballet of the Nutcracker, so I don't have that much of I've seen like a kids play based on it, but I remember essentially nothing. I remember essentially nothing about the actual generally negative reviews. The film's visual effects and aesthetics were praised. 2018. I haven't seen it, but from a cinematography perspective, not it doesn't look bad. Keira Knightley looks kind of hot in that, but okay, whatever. The Jim Carrey Grinch movie. You know what? Just for the sake of it, like having had seen it, I don't like the aesthetic. I don't like the aesthetic, but even if I don't like Jim Carrey as an actor now, like appreciating the hard work that he went through to make that movie, I'm gonna put it at a C. I don't have too much to say about it other than and then the Benedict Cumberbatch one. The I'm putting all the Grinch movies in C because whatever. Look, they're all remakes of the exact same film. I guess they're all consistent in that way. Whatever, whatever, man. Little Drummer Boy. I haven't. I thought I put that there already. I haven't seen that. Christmas Story. You know what? I said like I started off saying I wasn't gonna rank these. I just wanted something to talk about, but here I am ranking them. Christmas Story. On I like. Do I get all of it? Not quite. It is. Um. By 1983 by Bob Clark. Incredible. Hi, the Antioch fanboy. In God We Trust. In all others pay cash. A collection of short stories. But yeah, A Christmas Story. It is in 2022. What? There's a sequel to. I don't know, man. Other vignettes, but it is a pure comedy. It's not a family movie. It is just a general. It is just a general retelling of like funny Christmas happenings. And do I think it's a good movie? Yeah, like is it wholesome? I wouldn't call it a wholesome movie because this is like there's a lot of cynicism. There's a lot of cynicism around the Christmas Story. It is a pure comedy movie, but it is um it is genuinely like like it's still relatable as a as a comedy as it's still relatable as a comedy. Um like is it watchable? Yes. I would consider it worth watching if not for like the cultural references to it at all. I think like I know like BB guns and toy guns are a part of everyone's childhood, but I do think that this movie is partially responsible for the continued popularity of the Red Ryder BB gun that was present in movies like Home Alone, and it's in the Bethesda Fallout ones. It's in the Bethesda Fallout games. But besides that, like The old man is delighted when he wins a major award in a newspaper contest. A table lamp in the shape of a woman's leg wearing a fishnet stocking. The battle of the lamp ends with her accidentally breaking it. The Little Orphan Annie radio show. Pure Andres. A crummy commercial with Ovaltine. But yeah, it's like again. It is to Chinese turkey. Is it Peking duck? Yeah, Peking duck. I know the 785 silly, the Bumpus family devour their Christmas turkey. So I like and like this did inspire some interesting traditions, such as like families going to I know it became a it became a Jewish thing to to go to Chinese restaurants on Christmas because they don't celebrate Christmas and it's the only thing open. But Christmas Story, for what it's worth, it's a fun It's a fun movie. It's a cynical movie, but it's in a way that it's palatable. In a way that it's palatable and genuinely, unironically funny. It's like it's not hateful the way like I had a minor rant about like like cynical comedies such as Animal House. I don't like like Dad put on Animal House once. I don't like Animal House. Like National Lampoon's Animal House. And do I think like do I get why people like it? Yes. I think there are some fun moments in the movie, but like a lot of Animal House, it's not a Christmas movie, but I want to talk about it. Animal House, like it's not fun to me. It feels like it feels almost hateful because it's like it feels like this like unadulterated rant about all the successful people. There is like it feels insufferable. There's a lot of like I get it. It's like it was made in in the 80s. Hold on. National Lampoon's Animal House. It's not like inspired by the stories like critical reception and all that. In 1978. Yeah, look, I get it. It was the 70s. They were like it was like things could be more risque back then. Like, and I'm not offended at like sexuality in movies or excessive dark comedy in movies, but there's some of the jokes in Animal House are just really are really not like some of the jokes in Animal House just like really are in really poor, like really poor taste. Like it's just like I don't like I don't think I could even say them because they're like that level. I don't think I could recount them, but it really does feel like an unadulterated rant about like how we would totally beat up all the jocks and like even me being like this chud nerd. Like I don't hate people that much. But apparently the screenwriters of Animal House did. I don't like I didn't expect this to turn into a rant about how I hate Animal House. I don't like Animal House. Uh I don't like Animal House. I think National Lampoon did better movies with the holiday like the vacation movies are better. I get why people like it. I don't like Animal House. It's far too cynical. Um Christmas Story is cynical and like not wholesome, but it's in ways that are still like genuinely funny regardless. Animal House feels hateful, like almost hateful in the way that it plays itself and like treats itself and its characters. Hold on. Of National Lampoon, corporate history, film about the magazine. Anyways, going back to that, where is that Animal House Christmas National Lampoon films? Film National Lampoon's Joy of Sex. Whoa, I don't think we can Jake's what is national like I just know the vacation. Christmas Vacation. I only like I don't know the I don't know what the hell else the National Lampoon magazine was putting out. This one, This one, unironically, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, Clark Griswold's efforts, this guy, and all this like genuinely funny movie. Like this, like unlike Animal House, like not to disparage the first not to disparage European Vacation, Vegas Vacation, and the original Vacation. This is one of the best Christmas slapstick comedy film. This is unironically very well done comedy film. A lot of the stuff can be quoted. Like a lot of the a lot of the the scene on the Star Spangled Banner, and like replacing the prayer with the Pledge of Allegiance is genuinely funny. A lot of the elements, it is a plain comedy, but it does it in a way that's done very well. And I think, like, besides the themes and the spin-off, Christmas Vacation too, Cousin Eddie's Island Adventure, that I'm not aware of. Jason D'Angelo with a Ford Mustang Mach-E. Ford Mustang Mach-E is a terrible car. I've rated in one. It's terrible. Is actually the Christmas Star, Star of Bethlehem. The light is coming from a sewage tree, dumping RV sewage in the north. Gas explosion, and launches it in the sky. Whatever. It is a genuinely good movie. Genuinely funny movie, and I think it is relatable in the way that Clark's rants, Clark going postal in Christmas Vacation is one of those that is, like, besides the physical comedy elements, that part of him, like, slowly going insane as everything goes wrong, like, it is unironically relatable. I haven't had the best of days today, and that is handled very well handled very well in Christmas Vacation. I do like that. Where is that? Why him? Oh, is that James Franco and Bryan Cranston? James Franco. I haven't seen it. I've seen the Hold on. Whatever, man. I've seen the trailers for this. I haven't seen it itself. Actually, I might as well just. What is this? What is this? Hold on. What is this? Oh, it's starring Hulk Hogan. Rest in peace, man. I thought this was Gachi Muchi. Thought this was Gachi Muchi. It's Santa with muscles. Blake Thorne is the conceited self-made millionaire that sells bodybuilding supplements and equipment. Practices exercises before joining his paintball squad. What is this? What is Santa with Legacy? What number 43 out of 50 worst children's films? Weakling of a comedy, lacking the charisma of his previous work such as Suburban Commando. Irredeemably bad. Hulk Hogan makes Arnold Schwarzenegger seem like Laurence Olivier. A deeply awful comedy. It's even dumber than it sounds. It looks like Gachi Muchi. This is like look at this. You'd like if you didn't recognize Hulk Hogan, you'd think this is Billy Harrington. You'd think this is Billy Harrington. I never watched. I haven't. Unaccompanied Minors. I haven't seen that. A Boy Called Christmas. Haven't seen that. Tim Burton's The Night. This is. I feel like there are too many people who like this movie. There are too many people who like this movie. The Nightmare Before Christmas. It's like, yeah, I get it. If you hate on it, it means you're gonna make enemies of all the hot Tumblr girls that I don't know. It's like if you want to get a goth girlfriend, then you have to like A Nightmare Before Christmas. I haven't seen it, and culturally, like from the cultural standpoint, oh my gosh, like I've heard it be said this is just a gateway for people to extend Halloween into Christmas. I get it, people are cynical about like the corporatization of Christmas, but hijacking Christmas to like force more Halloween aesthetics onto it via Nightmare Before Christmas, it just gets so utterly tiring. Oh man, it's the like I'm sure I'm it's probably a very good movie, but to me, like, and James May from Top Gear really likes it, which good for him. I like he has some pretty good tastes in certain things, but Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas, it's like this has permeated too far into the American Christmas cultural landscape. It has gone too far, and I'm tired of it. Like I haven't seen it. Like I'm sure it's a good movie, but oh geez, I'm sorry. Hold on. There we go. Sorry about like having to skip all those. Nightmare Before Christmas, like again, I get the appeal. I don't like the appeal anymore. I'm not I'm not I like it's there's too much of it. There's too much of it. They're using Halloween to dilute Christmas. Like everyone using this as a way to protest the corporatization of Christmas is only playing further into the corporatization of Christmas. You are not helping. Go watch something traditional. You are not assisting the corporatization of Christmas by making about Halloween by making it about Halloween. And to me, like it almost feels like a better Halloween movie or Thanksgiving movie than a Christmas movie. Again, I've never seen it. I'm sure it's a good movie, but the fan base is so utter is like it's annoying. The fan base is annoying. It gets tiring. It gets tiring being around people like that. You know what? Out of respect for the film itself, like if it was for the fan base, I'd give it an F. I'm just gonna put it at a D. Jingle All the Way, Family Fun Edition. I've talked about this last time because of Valhalla. Because Valhalla. Yeah, I looked at the plot of this again. This like Mega Christmas from hold on. Hold on. Mega Christmas Valhalla VA11 Holla. I'm saying it again, VA11 Holla. Um, hold on. Yeah, Mega Christmas. This is hold on. Let's say it with muscles. Speaking of which, jingle all the way. Of Jingle All the Way. This is like I could pull up also where is that? The Pointless Hub video on it. I've seen the Pointless Hub on it. The Pointless Hub Jingle All the Way. Yeah, this like one genuinely a good like genuinely a good comedy video, like a comedy recap of you know what? I might as well just do a watch along. Might as well do a watch along.
That special time where we watch
This is
nostalgic for a time gone by.
this Christmas story.
Heart like a cup of cocoa, or maybe we just want to watch an elf get bullied for wanting to be a dentist. No matter what the reason,
It's a Wonderful Life. I hope I don't get copy struck for someone else's video on it.
Part in Santa Claus is Coming to Town when Kris Kringle sang about how the orphan kids should sit in his lap and give him a kiss.
Let's get to the part. Get to the part.
Put one foot in front of the other. Dun-dun-dun-dun. While everyone has their own personal favorite specials,
I'm gonna talk about Elf in a bit.
For me are wrong. The one thing we can all agree on is that once this season passes, none of us will think of any of these movies until next November. For me, though, there's one Christmas tale.
Hold on, can you guys hear this?
So potent, full of so many indescribable images that it transcends the
There we
memory
go.
hole of December, and its scenes will frequently appear in my brain at any time of the year. That isn't even a joke for the video. It can be in the middle of July, and the line, "Nobody likes you, Booster," will just appear in my head. I'm of course talking about the historical drama Jingle All the Way.
Okay. Like, this is like, if, like, you've seen me play Valhalla. You've seen me play Valhalla. Mega Christmas in Valhalla is directly based off of Jingle All the Way. Again, I've seen like the first sections of it and the latter sections of it, and you know what? That's enough to have seen the whole movie. I'm gonna put it at a solid. I'm gonna put it at A because it's unironically funny. Because it's unironically fucking funny. You know, I'm gonna put Christmas Story up there as well. Jingle All the Way. Because of, like, I think because of the meme potential of it. I haven't seen this one, but yeah, Jingle, like, I guess partially because it's funny because of the wrestler named Turbo Male. Like, the guy here is named Turbo Man. Like the Iron Man stand-in, like the Iron Man Super Sentai stand-in is called Turbo Man. Mickey's Diner in Minneapolis. Whatever. Look, it's funny. I think it's unironically funny. I like the Rodney King joke. I like Sinbad, and I like the IED joke. I haven't seen this. Oh, Christmas with the Crank. Speaking of which, this one. This one. This is one of Wendigoon's old videos.
There's been something wrong to me with the way the film is structured and shot. Christmas with the Cranks is a communist, satanic propaganda film that proliferates ideas such as the fall of American culture and the rise of idolatry. So now that I have your attention, Christmas with the Cranks is hailed as a pretty family-friendly movie. As a matter of fact, my family watches it every year.
This is a real Wendigoon video in 2020 from 2020.
And it hit me after watching it this year, as I have every year past. If you've never seen it, that's fine. I'm going to give a very brief run through of the plot while hitting all the beats that back up my theory, and at the end we'll talk about the overarching theme of it and why I am so confident in this belief. Also, in research for this, I saw that Jack Saint made a video with a similar title.
It's a movie about cults.
Watch it as to not sway my opinion.
But yeah, like this specific, because he made this because Wendigoon made this because, like, his mom is a big fan of Christmas with the Cranks. I've seen parts of it. I'm not really interested in it. It's not my thing. Not my thing. Elf.
So if we both talk about the exact same
Elf
thing,
is on all the time.
I'm right. Let's get
Elf is on. Elf is on all the time. Hold on, how long am I gonna push this? But yeah, Elf is on all the time. You know what? Putting it for its own sake, I'm putting it at Grinch tier. I've seen it too much. I've seen it too many times for it to be no longer, like, it's not funny anymore. But I guess it's like, it's not like, is it a bit slop? Is it a bit Christmas slop? Yes. But it's not bad in and of itself. Would I willingly watch it? No, but it's not, like, offensive in senses or whatever. So Elf gets to stay. There's some, like, it's not funny anymore, but it's fine. 8-Bit Christmas. I haven't seen that. Happiest Season. I bet that's a Hallmark. Black Xmas. Oh, that's a horror movie. Black Christmas. Fred Claus. That's another Vince Vaughn Christmas movie. I haven't seen that. Noel. I haven't seen that. The Muppet Christmas Carol. I've heard a lot of unironic good things about Muppet Christmas Carol. I haven't seen it though. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. Trading Places. You know what? That's another solid A. Hold on. Trading Places. Trading Places by John Landis. Fun fact, Coming to America is a secret sequel to Trading Places. Yes, Eddie Murphy plays two different characters. They're in the same universe. Hold on. Where is that? Um, reprised their characters for drew criticism for its use of racial jokes and language. I think that's the funny part because it wasn't afraid to be offensive. It was very offensive, and it is like a genuinely. It is a bit cynical. It is a bit cynical in that sense. Like one of the endings is one of the bad guys gets raped by a gorilla. But like besides that, it is pretty funny. Is it a bit cynical? Yeah, but it is genuine. It is pretty funny in its own way. It's like it's not afraid to be offensive. Like it's cynical, but it's not too extreme. It's not too extreme extreme amounts. The ending about where they're on the train and they're going to New Year's. It is where they're like getting the MacGuffin for New Year's. I haven't seen it in full, but there are parts of this. There are parts of this that are unironically funny. So I'm gonna put it. You know what? I'm gonna knock it down to I'm gonna knock this and Jingle All the Way down to a B, but watchable. I genuinely funny, and I do like it. It's a Wonderful Life. Clear S tier. Very clear S tier. I've already ranted about how Wonderful Life is unironically the best Christmas movie. We know about that. The Holiday. We haven't seen that. Krampus. Haven't seen it. Not really into that. Guardians of the Galaxy. Home Alone Holiday Heist. No. I have thoughts. I have thoughts on James Gunn. They will be expressed in a couple weeks when I do my 2025 retrospective and I cover Superman. I will talk about that. But whatever, haven't seen there's 140 images. Holy shit. Last Holiday. Hold on. I haven't seen this. Whoopi Goldberg. Haven't seen that. Haven't seen Christmas Carol. Last Holiday. I don't know anything about Queen Latifah, but she doesn't look bad in this photo. That, like, not gonna lie, good looking dress on her. Haven't seen it. Is that? Yeah, that is Emilia Clarke. I haven't seen that either. The Miracle on 34th Street remake, solid A. Another solid A. Another solid A. Haven't seen that. I haven't seen that. George C. Scott. Hey, that's the guy who played Patton. Haven't seen that. Haven't seen Mickey Christmas. Haven't seen Home Alone 4. This is a meme now. The 8 Crazy Nights, the Adam Sandler thing. I haven't seen that either. I know this exists. I haven't seen it. Tyler Perry's A Medea Christmas. I only know Medea or whatever. I only know this because of the Boondocks episode that was parodying Tyler Perry. I only know it because of that. So about Tyler Perry being abusive to all the people all the people around him, and being oddly sexually harassing his male actors and doing other creepy things to them. You know what? I haven't seen it. I have no interest in anything Medea related. I'm gonna put it at an F because I don't like Tyler Perry, and I think what he did is wrong. I haven't Black Christmas, which is another horror movie. Black Christmas, Black Xmas, whatever. All these horror movies. Office Christmas Party. Not interested in that. White Christmas, colored by Technicolor. Actually, like from an old perspective, oh, Bing Crosby, White Christmas. I know this was Okay, good. It's an instrumental. I haven't seen it, but I've heard it a lot be talked about in terms of like of music from the era, White Christmas. Of White Christmas, 1954 musical, height of World War II, um, Private Phil Davis. So it's like it's a wartime Christmas movie, like a World War II Christmas movie. This does look good. I think I would watch this though. I would watch this. Um, New version of the title song "White Christmas," introduced by Crosby in the 1942 film Holiday Inn. Um, like I would watch this because I feel like it's got that 50s aesthetic that's like unashamed. It's got good singing in it because it's got Bing Crosby. So I haven't watched it, but I would. And you know what? For that alone, I'm at least giving it a D tier because I would watch this. You know, or a C tier at least because I would watch this. Babes in Toyland, I've heard this be talked about. Hold on. I don't know anything about this other than like I know it exists. The Sheep Tracks that sell Tom to the Gypsies stage play. The Babes in Toyland. Showcased in Disneyland Park. Toyland Soldiers, the equivalent of the Rockettes performance. I haven't You know what? I'm gonna I might watch it, but not keen on it. Babes in Toyland, like of the Babes in Toyland thing. I'm not sure. I'll Be Home for Christmas. Haven't seen this. This is something. This is this is going to be very controversial. Is the rotoscoping animation odd? Is it in the uncanny valley? Yes. I like the Polar Express formed the foundational part of my childhood, and I will never take that away from it. Oh, don't do that to me. Oh, I guess I'm going until the 25 minutes. I'm going until the until I run out of BGM. But Polar Express, I am running out of steam here, I guess, huh? It's about a train, it's about steam. Robert Zemeckis. I know Robert Zemeckis has done Filmography, Used Cars. Here he's done Pinocchio, the new Pinocchio. He's done The Witches, A Christmas Carol, Beowulf, The Flight, The Walk, Allied. Robert Zemeckis. But yeah, I think with this weird obsession with rotoscoping, with rotoscoping and motion capture, that later re-releases helped propel his film's gross. Michael Jeter before his death in 2003. Not as big a fan of Tom Hanks as much in stuff. Adult voice, the motion capture, Hero Boy. I have there's multiple Mandela effects because I thought I thought the protagonist had a name. I know there's a kid named Billy later. Know It All. I've forgotten the names that I thought they had, but in the past I genuinely couldn't remember. I genuinely didn't remember that the main characters didn't have names. I thought they had names. And and Polar Express from an aesthetic standpoint, aesthetic design on point. Still fire today. I would still unironically watch this as an adult. It's I would unironically watch this as an adult. I think the musical numbers hold up. I get it. From a cinematography and aesthetic design perspective, it wins. From aesthetic design perspective, it wins. I get it. The faces are a bit creepy, but it's something that you have to contend with. And having this has been I think ever since I was like 5 or 6, like maybe even earlier, like 2 or 3. I remember watching this on New Year's Eve, and this like I remember like there were Polar Express themed like meet Santa things at my local mall. I fucking love the Polar Express, man. It is like the architecture. Earlier, buildings of the North Pole represent an earlier area in American railroading. Building design drew inspiration from the Pullman neighborhood in Chicago, home of the Pullman Company soundtrack. It is like there are creepy parts that I do think don't deserve to be in here. But both like the enduring memes of it, like the homeless guy in Polar Express, and other stuff. This is genuinely speaking, this is human characters using live action motion capture, where the production sequences for the latter taking place from. Okay, but yeah, I do think you have to be there. You have to have this as a foundational part of your childhood to like it. If you get into it now, if you get into it as an adult, I think it wouldn't work. To be fair, I think it wouldn't work. I maintain that it's an S tier, but like it's an acquired taste. But for me, it's a good taste. It's an excellent taste. Eloise, haven't seen that. Home Alone 2. I discussed this already. Solid A. Solid A. Like a solid unironic A for Home Alone 2. At least a B. At least a B. It doesn't do the themes as well as the original, but it's what it is. This year, Anna and the Apocalypse, a zombie Christmas musical. Is that Anna Kendrick? No, it's not. The Santa Claus, no. The Year Without a Santa Claus, no. The Christmas Story 2, haven't seen that. Don't care about Bad Santa. I know. Love Actually. Hold on. Home Alone, another S tier, another solid S tier for that one. The Christmas Shoes, no. The Lego Star Wars Holiday Special, no. I haven't seen that. No, I haven't seen Surviving Christmas. Christmas Vacation, at least an A, at least a B. At least, you know what? I'll put it there. You know what? Yeah, I'll keep it there. Family Klaus 2, no. A Christmas Story Christmas, no. Deck the Halls, no. This is a continuation of the Rudolph animation, isn't it? We've already talked about Die Hard. That's going in S tier, clearly. Love Actually. Hold on, Love Actually. By Richard Curtis. Christmas romantic comedy. Epilogue. Billy Mac's what is Billy Mac and Joe by Elton John. Billy Mac. Billy suggested what? What is that line, man? But despite this, David and Natalie during a meeting with the president, whatever. This is an wait. So this is on. I've heard about like in it because 2003 London Heathrow Airport, the messages from the 9/11 victims, messages of love and hate, and interconnecting love stories of many people, and there's like an entire interconnections between the Love Actually characters, other romance, friendship, professional. This is it's like Is this supposed to be an epic of some sort? How is like... I don't... The story association. You know what? I might give it a chance because I've heard so much about it. I've heard so much about it. I might give it a chance, at least a D, to give it a chance. Spirited, no. That looks like another Will Ferrell, Ryan Reynolds slop. Frosty the Snowman. I genuinely cannot remember Home Alone 3. Everything past 2 isn't worth watching. I haven't seen that. Haven't seen that. Haven't seen that. Kirk Cameron, whatever. Most of these are like slop. Frosty. I can't remember if I've seen this as a kid. I think I have. I do think I have. Hold on. Where did I put that? Whatever. It's gone. It's gone now. Most of this is in the non. I can't remember, but Santa Claus is Coming to Town. I haven't watched. I haven't seen the Rudolph ones. Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. What the hell, man? Look, I like bad movies and cheesy movies. There's got to be a limit at some point, right? Julia Noel. Oh, you know what? That like, as like in terms of mature themes, like of the World War I Christmas truce, Julia Noel, Merry Christmas. I would give this a chance. I would give this a chance. I'm a big sucker for history, big sucker for like feel good peace stories, like just as much as I am for war stories. Okay, there we go. Okay, good. It's not an instrumental, but yeah, I give that a chance. Julia Noel, about the Christmas truce, and like the World War I soccer thing. All of this is Netflix slop. That looks even worse than Hallmark. What is this? Look, there's better ways of doing a romance movie than this. Than what is this? There are better methods. Have we grown so shameless that this is what we're pandering to? Like, I get it, it's woman slop. What is this, man? What is this? The Prancer, haven't seen that. Haven't seen that. This Christmas, haven't seen that. The Black Nativity, haven't seen that. The Muppet Christmas Movie, haven't seen that. Haven't seen that. Haven't seen that. Is there anything else that I have seen here? Bad Guys. I've seen Bad Guys 1. Is that Of course it's Hallmark. The Holdovers. I would give this a chance. I've seen bits of this. I've seen bits of Holdovers. I'd watch it. I'd willingly watch it. That's a good I think I would. I think I would see that. Hold on. The Holdovers. Why is that the first thing that pops up? Yeah, Barton, a New England all-male boarding school. He once attended on scholarship. His students and fellows and teachers despise him for his strict grading. I would watch this. 5 students left on campus as punishment. Scolds him for costing the academy money by flunking a Major Joner's son, causing Princeton to rescind his offer. Mary Lamb, whose late son in 1970. Wealthy father, with their parents' permission, all 5. Paul Hunnam, student. Hold on. A chaperone, a handful of students, supervised 5. Curtis did not get a student deferment because he could not afford to go to college. To the students' deferment. Students. Who else is here? Mary Lamb, Miss Lydia Crane, Angus Tully. Yeah, Angus Tully. I remember seeing bits of this. Hold on. What company made this? Miramax. 2023. Miramax. Focus Features. Yeah, I would watch this. I would watch this. Like, I think it's a good. I think it would be a good drama. Surviving the Mistletones. Lena Dunham. I have an Amazon original. Merry Little Batman. What is this? Red One. this is like, I've heard this is like the epitome of slop. Like all the people like Lucy Liu, like Chris Evans, The Rock, the J.K. Simmons as Santa. I haven't, like, all the rest is going in there. All the rest is going in there. But yeah, I think all the rest is good. So like, have I been a bit harsh about the ones I've seen I haven't seen? But this is like, at least with this list, I think that works. I think this all works. This all this is mine. This is mine. This is probably going up on Twitter later. But yeah, that's the ranking. But that's me talking about all that. I guess wanted to get into the spirit and want to make the most of what I could get. And that's hold on, how many more minutes of the BGM do we have? 9 minutes. But yeah, I think this is a solid list. What do you guys think? What do you people think? Beep. Hey Clanker, sorry you had to. You probably came in at like when I was thinking of ending off. When it comes to Christmas film, I know you're in Brazil. What do you think of this? What do you think of this lineup? What do you think of this lineup? Kilroy, Dantiok, Clanker. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think of that? Hold on. Let's check subscriptions and see who's going, and let's see who's streaming for so I could do a raid later. Oh, Tomoe's going. Cleo is streaming. It's been a rough week. Oh man, poor Miori. Poor Miori. Nimi, Auntie Miles. Probably gonna raid into him later. But yeah, what do you think? What do you think, Clanker? Anything? Anyways, besides that, hold on. Pending. Hold on. Anyways, besides that, I think I did get a bit rambly, and I was using this for content later, but I'm satisfied with this list. I think this is a solid lineup for things if you want to watch. If you really want to watch, you know what? I'm gonna keep it to this, because at least this is there we go. The A through D, watchable, but I like. Hold on, I'm gonna. You know what? I'm not gonna post it. They can come check it out whenever. I'm probably. I don't feel the need to post it. But all of this and all my ramblings about that, I think this is a good list. Anyways, for now, thank you Clanker upstairs, thank you Dantiok, and thank you Kilroy. Thank you Kilroy especially for sticking with me and listening to like all of my talking earlier. Christmas movie ranking. Actually, you know what? A speed run round. A Royal Christmas Tale. What? These are all like these Royal Icing Christmas. These are all like Hallmark slop. 30 greatest. Brazil 1985. Hey, it's a Clanker. It's yours. What does it have to do with Christmas? Takes place at the time of the year. Home Alone 2, Polar Express, Jingle All the Way, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Charlie Brown Christmas, Santa Claus, Love Actually, Rare Exports. Whatever, man. 2010. Potentially controversial. It's a Wonderful Life, Die Hard, Christmas Story, Polar Express, Home Alone, National Lampoon's Elf, and I mentioned White Christmas. This is all of this. I think, yeah, I have covered as part of the list. But yeah, anyways, thank you everyone who came. Utsu love. I will be seeing you New Year, like the week, like on New Year's, the New Year's week to talk about like my retrospective for films and stuff like that across 2025 and the stuff that I've seen. But thank you, Clanker, thank you, Dantiok, and thank you, Kilroy. I'll be sending you off to Han now. Thank you everyone who came, Otsu Love, and I will see you then. And you have a very, I wish all of you, besides love, a very, very Merry Christmas, and hoping your day is better than mine, hoping your weeks are better than mine, even if I have a good week, because that's a good way to think of things. Anyways, Manual raid. Bye guys. Thank you. Otsu Love.